Welcome to ProChecker. The ProChecker license allows you to fully customize requirements to meet project-specific needs. You can start by creating a new configuration from scratch, tailored to client-specific requirements, or by duplicating an existing template, such as the Kobe design or construction stage requirements. Once a configuration is created, you can edit, copy, print, and use it. Let's walk through editing one. First, give your configuration a title and description, choose a file type, and decide whether to enable or disable Excel reports. Next, you can begin building your requirements. Add new table rules and define constraints such as minimum and maximum rows, whether the worksheet is required, and whether column order should be checked. Once a table is set up, you can configure column rules. For example, let's take the Kobe type requirements from an existing template and add further constraints to the name column. By editing the column rules, you'll see multiple options that can be applied. You can adjust the data type, set a character limit, or use advanced settings such as picklist values, prefixes, and foreign key relationships. You can also apply value and pattern constraints. This includes defining allowed or disallowed values, or applying a regex pattern to enforce a specific naming convention. When all rules are set, you'll be able to view every configuration in a single overview, making it easy to review. Once you're satisfied, you can print the requirements to include in project appointments. All specification details are clearly displayed in the contract view, ensuring there is no ambiguity. Finally, each configuration automatically generates a checker. You can then upload your deliverables and validate them instantly, simply by selecting the Use button. In the Checker section, simply upload your file and submit it for an automated check, receiving detailed reporting and statistics. On the next page, monitor the checking process, which typically completes in around 30 seconds and provides a detailed task log. At this stage, you will be presented with two reports. One is in HTML format, and the other is in Excel format. Open the HTML report to view high-level metrics for structure checks and data compliance, and drill down into the sheet compliance breakdown. The HTML report can also be shared with the client as a record of the compliance check with the deliverable. You can also investigate each column's compliance to understand precisely where any specific issue may occur and understand overall data compliance. We include the specification section as a record of exactly what rules and checks were expected. It outlines every detail required per sheet and column, including any cross-references and data constraints. Finally, we include a list of failed rules in the HTML summary, an at-a-glance overview of which checks did not pass, again split by sheets for more straightforward navigation. While an HTML report gives you high-level metrics, the Excel report drills into the details. You can download an Excel report which, on the summary sheet, will present the key metrics and per-sheet compliance. Further down the summary report, each failed check is presented with description, associated sheet and column, and number of occurrences. At the bottom of the workbook, all sheets containing errors are highlighted for easier navigation. In each tab, error cells are highlighted in color, with the associated warning sign and number included as a prefix. Clicking the header reveals a note with an error message explaining exactly why specific cell values didn't comply. Finally, to speed up the review process, you can filter the columns by color for quick identification of the associated errors. Again, this report can be shared with others, or used to quickly identify non-compliant data in a simple format.